time, artists, we use ancient hieroglyphs from Egypt to make the background for our picture. Well, today we are going to learn how to draw like an Egyptian. They had a very unique way of drawing their people. Usually, all their people are drawn in profile, which just means you see the side view of their face, except for their shoulders and the rest of their body were facing forward. Wait a minute. Their legs were also, their feet were always turned sideways. And their eye, believe it or not, even though their head was sideways in profile, you could see the whole eye. I know it's different, and it's a different way of thinking, but that's how the ancient Egyptians did it. It was their idealized view of the body and trying to make it look like it was moving. So we're going to learn how to draw the face in the ancient Egyptian style. You're going to need some paper and a pencil, and that's all. So let's get started. So I don't know if I got to show you last week what it looked like once our paper was dry with the watercolor, and I took the plastic off. You can see if you had enough watercolor on and the watercolor wasn't dry and you put the plastic on top, it leaves that really kind of crinkly, wrinkly texture, which it's kind of like a cracked ancient Egyptian wall. So what we're going to do today is we're going to draw a person to go with our paper, and I like to sketch with pencil first. Just add a few details, and then I use either crayons, markers, or colored pencils to color with. Now I'm using kind of a gold piece of paper, actually. I don't know if you guys can see that. It has a little shine to it. Egyptians were famous and really well known for their use of gold in their artwork. For example, if you look at King Tut's sarcophagus, which is just the case around his mummy, the mask on there was made out of almost pure gold. So the kings and the pharaohs of ancient Egypt really like to show their wealth by using gold in their designs. So what I'm going to do, by the way, if you're at home and you don't have gold paper, go ahead and use something else, maybe a tan piece of paper, white paper that you color with something else that also work great too. So what I'm going to do before I start is I am going to use my eraser to draw a rectangle. Now I don't want this rectangle to be too big because I am going to add to it, and I'm going to just start with it in the middle of my paper, and this is going to be the shape for my head, but we're of course going to be adding some things to it. Now if you don't have an eraser, go ahead and just lightly draw that with your pencil, but on the front side, depending which way you want yours looking, I think I'll have mine looking this way, it really doesn't matter, I'm going to draw a nose. Now there's a trick to drawing a nose. You can think of it like drawing an upside down 7. It slants down. Some people even turn their paper. It slants. The only thing is different from a 7 is that you want a curve instead of having a really sharp point. All right, so I drew the nose. There's going to be a small space before I do the mouth. And the mouth, I am actually, if you want to turn your paper, it is really a triangle, or really it's a heart. And right now you can't tell if I'm drawing a boy or a girl Egyptian, and that's because the features are the same until you get to the hairstyles and the clothing. I'm going to use this line. I don't want it super pointy, so I'm just going to round that rectangle off just a little bit and follow this back for the jawline. I'm going to come back here and work on my nose. I'm going to put a little curve there for the nostril. Don't just draw an oval, that won't look realistic. I'm going to keep this part right here for my Egyptian. Now I'm going to keep this rectangle, although I think I might shorten it just a little bit because I think it was a little wide. I'm going to keep this for my hairline, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw the hair. Now you could turn this into a hat. If you want really long hair, you could just make it keep going down, or if you want it short, you can kind of round it off. I'm just going to go down a little bit for right now and then decide in just a few minutes. I'm going to come over here and draw the eye. It's straight across from the nose, the top of the nose, not right here. You don't want to go way far over here in the middle. Keep it a little bit close to the nose, and it's like you're drawing a football. So a little bit of a curved line there, and another curved line here. You're probably thinking to yourself, wait a minute, Miss Border, something's not right here. Because if you look at a person that is in profile, and remember, profile is just the side view of a face, you would normally only see half of an eye. But the Egyptians, you might have noticed in their artwork, don't do that. They show the whole eye. And that's because the Egyptians like to show the idealized view of each body part, and it was their way of showing movement. And so we're going to put a circle in there. You can shade that in right now if you want, or you can wait till you get your markers or crayons out. The Egyptians also had a really nice thick black line around their eye, like this. And then I'm going to follow that same curve for the eyebrow. And you can color that in as well. The nice thing at this point is I can dust away that eraser that I drew with the rectangle that I drew with the eraser can just go away. I'm going to draw the neck right here. And you have to decide now, do you want short hair, where you could just round it off like that? Do you want to have a King Tut style hat where it goes down and then does an S curve like this, and then you can fill it with stripes? I think that's what I'm going to do on this one. The other example I will show you in this video, I drew hair, and it's pretty much the same except you don't have this S curve. You just kind of box it off. I'm going to do the shoulder. It goes straight out, should go out past the nose. Don't make your shoulders too small, and then kind of slant down. My neck would have probably been over here, so I'm going to just imagine my shoulder, try to get it similar in size. They also turned their body so the shoulders were standing, the body was straight forward even though the head was sideways. They wore these really elaborate necklaces. Even the men wore these. It's kind of a fashion of the times. So they're these big, it's almost like you're drawing an upside down rainbow. You can decide how many of those lines. I would do at least 3 or 4. Some of these lines are hiding behind here, so I just didn't finish those. It feels like I still maybe need a little bit of this one right here. If you have room, you can show part of the arm. Right here's the arm. If you're doing, if you want to put a shirt in here right about now, you can. And since this was going to be a hat, I'm going to draw horizontal lines. Maybe I'll draw a little band right here so that they can have like a little, I'm just going to make it go up when I get up to the top of the head. If you want to show part of the ear right here, you can show that. You could have earrings. If you're drawing a boy or a man, you can show the beard. Maybe you would like to have a snake coming out the top. There's all kinds of options you can have with your Egyptian. I'm going to do that same kind of Egyptian eye, I think, on here. Now, at this point, I like to do some decorations on the necklace. Some just simple shapes or lines will work. Doesn't have to be anything super difficult. Now, if you're interested in seeing how to do the hair, I will show that to you right after I finish this necklace. All right, so if you've got your person drawn with pencil, this would probably be a great place for you to stop for the day. Don't color anything in yet. We will work on that part next week. But if you want to stay tuned, I am going to show how to draw a different type of hairstyle. And if you've looked at some of the Egyptian hats and other hairstyles, you can certainly try any of those. So I'm going to start again. Rectangle, not too big, upside down 7, space, heart on its side, chin, nostril, eye, football shape, black outline, nice thick line, eyebrow to follow the shape. Oops, I forgot the forehead. And now for the hair. I think I will draw a little bit of the body. I think what I'm going to do is have hers come down over her shoulder. So I have my shoulder going like that, and her hair going on top, maybe behind her. You can have a headband if you're having hair as well. Whoops. You could put designs on here. You could put the snake up there. You could have an earring poking out from behind the hair. You could put beads in the hair because they did have a lot of beads. I forgot to put the line in the mouth. You should also have the necklace. I think on this one I will show a shirt. Just kind of put some lines on my shirt so you can see. You can also, maybe if you have a little bit more of the arm, you can show a bracelet on the arm. You can put designs on the necklace, just like I did on the other one. Or you can come up with different designs. Maybe this one I have 2 close together lines. Maybe a circle in the middle. So I would like you to spend some time thinking about how you would like your Egyptian to look today. You need to show the face, you need to have the Egyptian eye, and a necklace on your Egyptian. Make sure it goes clear to the bottom of your paper. And like I said, if you are working on this today, I don't want you to color. Save it for next time, and also save this paper for next time, and then we will finish it then. And so I can't wait to see the progress you're making on your Egyptian. Please send me a photo if you're at home on Seesaw. You don't have to worry about Artsonia today, just Seesaw. Until next time, stay creative. Goodbye.